We are joined by Dominican University stars. We have Ethan Klosak and Luke Spicer, as well as Coach Dan Polakowski. Coach, if you would, open with a statement.
Sure. Before I talk about the match, I just want to bring up two really quick points. Our program was kind of had a shock a couple days ago. One of the seniors from last year's team had a sibling who passed away, and he's actually still at Dominican. He's finishing up, and our team's hearts are and support are with the Royko family. And this morning was the service for them, and I know all of our guys wanted to be there, but you know we couldn't be there. We were there in spirit to support their family. Second thing I want to mention is I wouldn't be sitting here without the previous staff. They did a tremendous job. Coach Ames and all the guys that he had on that staff. And Coach Burchett was phenomenal in the transition. So he helped sell me on this place and sell me that the Dominican is a place where we can make these kind of achievements possible. And I knew it was a special place. So with that said, this was one fun match. I know I'm finally starting to breathe a little bit now. So, but yeah, Carthage is a great team. They battled. I mean. But we kind of went into it and we said, look, we're not playing Carthage and their entire history and their entire legacy of what they've done here. We're playing the 9-10 guys that are on the floor. And we know they had a couple guys who might have been out for injury or whatever reason. And we said, hey, we just got to go out there and play the guys that are on the floor. And obviously you saw what happened in the first set, and that was a little bit tough, but these guys had believed all year, and we came together as a team, and that's it. You know, came out with the win.
Luke, what were the adjustments you guys made after the first set? What did you guys see that you wanted to clean up the most?
Everything. I mean, the moment, I think, overwhelmed us a little bit. So after that first set, we kind of just stepped out, looked each other in the eyes, and just knew that we kind of, from every aspect, just to breathe and relax. And that was kind of the biggest. It wasn't necessarily volleyball strategy, it was more just mental, just going point by point.
How did the last kill feel? Looked like you were set up pretty well. Your eyes had to get pretty big, huh?
Thought I was going to blow it, but yeah, it feels good.
It's a great pull by our middle.
Yes.
He had no block.
Yeah, it felt very, very good. Send us to the Final Four.
Ethan, after the first set, what was Coach's he took you guys back into the tunnel and spoke to you guys. What was the main message coming out of it?
You know, I think it was mostly that we were caring too much about winning versus, or at least not losing, versus just going out there and playing the game. You know, he wanted us to have fun, and we were not having fun that first set. You saw us make adjustments, and you saw some more smiles on our face, sets 2 through 4.
Now moving forward, you guys get to come back here next weekend. Advantages to playing on the court, advantages to being in the atmosphere.
Yeah.
It's pretty much your backyard now because we're in the Midwest.
Yeah.
You guys may have the home court advantage. What's that going to be?
I mean, this will be a first for us, you know, obviously being in the Final Four, but yeah, having for everyone to come and travel into to the area now is going to be phenomenal. But the crowd tonight, obviously, it'd be great to duplicate that and maybe see a little bit more blue out there. But that was a fun crowd, and there were a lot of excited fans for both sides, and I thought they were very positive and gave a lot of energy to both teams.
Luke, you seem to be like the type of player who plays off the crowd a little bit. I know you had some of your home fans here, but how did it feel to do it in front of the visitors at their home? I know that feels good for any athlete.
Yeah, it's always nice. I enjoy big crowds, and I like to have fun with it. I like to kind of be in the moment and have fun with everybody who's around me. So, yeah.
What was the key to in the 3 sets that you won, obviously big runs at the end of each set? I thought your guys' finishing kick was really strong for whoever wants to answer that.
Oh, I got it. All right.
Ethan.
Well, you know, I think we just looked to the left and right of each other, saw that we could do it, and pushed as hard as we could to get to that 25 before them.
Kind of just played mini games really towards the end of the match.
Really leaning on each other.
Yeah.
kind of a key not to let the point spread get away. I mean, I think they never really established until the fourth set
Yeah.
when they had about a 4-point
Yeah.
lead, but you guys were able to prevent them from gaining any kind of momentum. Was that
Yeah,
really a key?
we
or-
really focus on that. Oh, you got it, you got it.
That's actually something that he's done from the second that he got here. It's something that we weren't very good at, was just responding to the next point. We've kind of always been a very emotional team, and while we still are, and we feed off of our emotion, since he first set foot in the door, he's been a very even keel level presence, and it's something that we've grown a lot.
Coach, since your star player just stole my best question, how does one teach how not to blink first?
You know, I think it's just consistency and how we approach every single day. And I know, you know, obviously it's been an up and down season for us, and we've had a lot of learning moments, and I think what we've done is really had some difficult conversations. You know, we've gone out there. I mean, the first time we played Carthage, if any of you guys look up the stats, and you all know they handled us in our home crowd. You know, so for us to have those conversations after those matches and then understand, like, okay, we got to grow from that. So for us, it was just a matter of us finding our personality and our character as a team, and I think these guys have shown that throughout the season.
Going through the stats, the part that might not make you happy, 22 service errors. But you rebounded after the first set in attack errors. Just
Yep.
going forward, cleaning up the service errors, and
Yeah, obviously.
Even, and I
Yeah.
apologize.
You're good.
Even with the service errors, it seemed like you guys were winning the serve receive once again. You guys
Yeah.
were getting after it from the service line.
I think in the second set, we started to get a bit more aggressive with our serve. Part of our game plan was to go out there. We knew that Carthage's setter, Matt, was a phenomenal setter. We saw him taking, you know, balls that were almost in the bleachers and setting great balls for them to score on. So we knew if we didn't get an ace, a 1-point pass wasn't going to slow them down, and they were extremely confident. And he's a phenomenal setter, and he did a great job, and you know keeps them in points and wins points for them. So we had to go back, and with our mindset, we had to be aggressive, and we were going to live with some of those errors because we figured, hey, he's going to put up a ball that they're going to score anyway. So we really went after him.
Coach, I'm sorry, who was the player that had the sibling pass away? You said it was Royko?
Jerry Royko.
Okay,
Yeah.
thank you.
Anything else? Thanks, guys.
Thank
Good luck
you.
next week.
Thanks,
Thanks,
guys.
guys, appreciate it.